What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. I've got an episode of lots of lots, but it's also kind of a little bit of bus stuff for sale, so maybe lots of bus stuff in lots for sale? Maybe something like that? Is that what we'll call this? I don't know. Whatever I'm calling it, it's mostly going to be a lots of lots, but I want to show you why I'm showing you this specific lot. Just a friendly reminder, if you have stuff for lots of lots or bus stuff for sale, any links that you want to submit or show me, there's a video request form in the description. Just click that and you can fill it out on there. Super simple, and it keeps everything organized for me. The more interesting it is, the more likely I am to show it off. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive straight into the reason why I'm showing you this lot. So the bus stuff for sale part. Let's start. Alright, so we are on GovDeals taking a look at this 1987 Ward GMC. This is amazing, and as you can see, this is still, or was still, in regular use for a while. With just over 3 days left, the starting bid is $7,000 in increments of 100. Let's go ahead and read the description. So this is an 87 GMC 71 passenger with an 8.2 liter Detroit diesel engine. Wow. It was refurbished 4 years ago with a new paint job inside and out and a new interior. No AC, bus runs great. Now you're going to see throughout these pictures that this looks almost brand new. Like, I really wish that they could keep this longer and that more districts did something like this. So here's the first picture, and just take a look at this beautiful piece of machinery. Whoever did the refurbishment on this did a phenomenal job. As you can see, we have LED warning lights and LED clearance lights. We also have a jackknife door here, and it is a full-sized bus. Here's the side of the bus. It does appear to have a white roof, and again, just look at how well the refurbishment is on this. It looks a lot newer than 1987. So here's the driver's side of the bus, and as you can see, there is a stop sign with LED bulbs, and that stop sign might not be original. I don't think Texas required stop signs until 93, 94, somewhere in there. I rode a 1990 Bluebird, which didn't have a stop sign, so it was sometime in the 90s. The inspection sticker appears to say May of 21, so that's unfortunate that they're having to retire it now. But it's well over 30 years old, so, unfortunately it does have to go at some point. Here's the inside looking from the front to the back, and they said no AC, but there's clearly two AC things right there, so I don't know what's true. Maybe they just don't work. There's 68,137 miles on it, and if that's true, then what? This has a ton of life left in it. You can see right here the pedal says air brake. Here's the driver's area, which looks to be in really good condition. If you look closer, it actually says June of 21 and not May of 21. But overall, it's fairly clean and drivable. There's a manual door right here, and this seat might have gotten replaced at some point, but it looks to be in really good condition. Here's a quick view of the control panel. Again, these seats are great. Like, wow, I would not have expected this for an 87. Here's just another side view of the bus. A look at the tires, which again look to be pretty good. Notice right here it says no step. Here's another view of the front. You can see over on the left we have a Thomas, and on the right we have a Carpenter GMC. Here's just a better view of up top. And that's it for bus 29. Again, remarkably well shaped. I'm so glad that they decided to keep this around for as long as they did, refurbish it, reuse it for whatever they did, whether it be a sub bus or a trip/activity bus. I'm so glad that the district was able to do this. So the district also has another one on GovDeals for the same price, ending the same day and all of that. It's practically the same thing. We'll look through the pictures real quick just to see any differences. Taking a look at the front, again, LED warning lights, clearance lights, and stop sign. The hood looks to be in fairly good condition. Also notice back here we have Crown and Carpenter. Here we are taking a look at the passenger side and the driver's area, which appears to have a different seat. Here's the interior. Again, the seats look to be in really good conditioning, but this bus does not have air conditioning. Looks to have 22,245 miles, which that cannot be true. I highly doubt that. There's a look at the steering wheel, the control panel, Another view of the interior, the back tires. Here's a view of the back of the bus, which we weren't able to see on the other one. So as you can see, all LED on the back and a wane over on the left. Also something that's not extremely common in Texas, you see it here and there, but that stop state law on the back. There's a better view of the driver's side. And yeah, that's the reason why I want to show you this specific lot. I want to see if we can find these and see what other treasures they have back there. If they kept a bus from 1987 in service until 2021, there's got to be other good stuff back there. Alright, we are headed just outside of Fort Worth. Let's take a look at the history of the lot. Alright, so the buses are in 4 covered areas right here. And when I hit the timestamp to go back, it also looks like there's a couple buses up here. This over here is the garage, which looks to be attached to some main transportation building. Alright, so it looks like the lot started to be built sometime between April 2012 and April 2013, and it was completed by October 2014. So obviously 2012 is nowhere near 1987, which naturally led me to wonder, where the heck was the old transportation lot before 2013 or whenever it was completed, so that I can dig more into this. After doing a quick Google search, I was able to find this lot, which is only a couple miles away, and everything seems to line up. Alright, so June 2011, the lot does not look too big at all. We can see a couple buses here, over here, and back down there. I assume that these down here are the spare buses, mainly because of the yellow roofs. So this is the 1985 version of it. It's super blurry, but taking a look at that little blob right there, it looks to be pretty much the same as this one. So I'm taking a wild guess and saying that that was the original transportation center. As of now, it is no longer a transportation center, but it's still owned by the district, and thankfully, Street View is able to get in there. So starting in April 2019, obviously this is when it's a school now, so we'll turn back time here in a minute, but we have a Bluebird International. I'd also just like to point out that anyone who lives in Texas knows how great of a district name this is. The district initials are HEBISD, which is... that's the most Texas thing I've heard in quite some time. Unfortunately, they didn't go to the lot with decent cameras, but we have the 2007 potato view of the lot, so let's just look around and see if we can make anything out. Zooming in is just going to make everything blurrier, but I'd imagine that those are type A's just because this is a fairly small area back there. It looks like we have a carpenter over here, and here's a wheelchair bus right there. Otherwise, I'm not even going to guess what those are. Here we actually have a little more luck. We can see pretty much what appears to be a row of CEs. There's one handy bus right there. There's a few Bluebirds and a few ICs in this row. It looks like mostly Bluebirds though. Here's a few interesting things though. It does look like a Ward right there, some Carpenters right there, and some Bluebirds right here. Whether or not those are actually what they are, I don't know, because potato quality. Alright, let's head back to the current lot and see what we can find. So unfortunately, we don't actually have that much around that we're able to see because it is pretty much bricked off, which is too bad. So we're mainly going to focus back here and up front. Alright, so we're taking a look at April 2019. Let's just work our way around. There's a Bluebird right here, a IC, a little midbus right there. It looks to be some sort of international... a row of Bluebirds, there's a Carpenter right there, another Bluebird, a bunch of CEs back here, all lined up. It looks like these are most of the handy ones over here. We got a Bluebird International, we've got some sort of either Amtran or International CE, a couple more CEs, that looks to be a Vision on the end, and a Bluebird 3800. There's something in the garage down there. It kind of looks like a Wayne to me, but you also really can't make it out. And there's a CE in there for sure. This is November 2018. From the front, we have got a Amtran International right there. We have got a Crown over here. Some CEs down there. A Midbus or a Carpenter or Crown right there, actually. We have got a Thomas right there. A Microbird G5. Some Bluebirds, here's a Vision, some more CEs, some more Bluebirds, and that's about all we can see. Actually, it looks like there's a small little type A on the end, an older one. I can't make out what it is, but it looks to be a Carpenter. And then just for fun, here's a Collins that was sitting right in front of the lot. We're going forward in time because I apparently messed up, and we'll just stay on this side of the lot and work our way back. We're in February 2020. We've got a Bluebird International. There's that Crown again. There's a Wayne right there. We've got some CEs that have tinted windows, which I fully approve of. And everything over here looks to be about the same. Visions and CEs. April of 2019, hey, take a look. We actually get an up-close look at a ICCE right here. The numbering is a little weird for me. I never understood why mixed letters and numbers. I understand logistics, but I just also think it's kind of stupid. Check this out. We have LED lights, except for reverse lights, and then incandescent warning lights. Looking elsewhere around the lot, the only noticeable thing here is a older Carpenter, which appears to have a wheelchair lift on the end. It also has a yellow roof. Hey, here it is. I found it. December 2017. Taking a look right there on the end. That looks to be our ward that we were just looking at. A couple other interesting things here. It looks like we also have that Carpenter Type A. I think I had mentioned that before. There's two Waynes right there. I'm gonna say that they're not full-sized buses, but they're not Type A's either. I don't know what they would be. Over here on the right, we have a Minotaur, and on the left, we have a Shorty Carpenter, and again, Vision. So based off of these two facing this way, I'm going to say that those two are also Type A's. All right, we're in May of 2015. There's something over here that looks to have a yellow roof, and same over here looks to be a Carpenter. Otherwise, again, pretty much the same, CEs and Visions. Alright, October 2014, CE's Visions, and it looks to be a short little Carpenter right there. And we can see a Wayne 3800 leaving. Alright, we're at the back of the lot again in June 2018. We have got a CE, and why is this numbered 303 when we had a 16A earlier? Don't mix and match numbers. We've got some Amtrans right here, Here's the A's again. Here's a Carpenter down here. We have some sort of Thomas, a couple of Microbird G5s. I'm just taking a guess and saying that the A is for wheelchair and that all of these in here are wheelchair lifts. I don't know. Or at least short buses. Nothing too interesting over here. A Thomas, some more internationals, CEs. April 2015, okay, maybe this isn't a Minotaur. It looks to be kind of just a shorter Thomas 3800. Again, next to that Carpenter, some CEs, Bluebird over here. Is there just anything different here? Here's a Wayne right here, it looks like. Nope, never mind, that's a Carpenter. There's another Carpenter back there. October 2014, again, it looks like there's that Carpenter, that CE, another CE. Pretty much the same stuff we've been looking at. Alright, so thankfully in October 2014, they put the camera high enough to where you can actually see over the gate. Let's see if we can see anything. So here's a Carpenter right there, a Thomas over here, and what do you know? That looks to be either 25 or 29, which we were looking at earlier. They said they redid it 4 years ago. This is over 4 years ago, so that's one of them. April 2015, they did the same thing. There's a Bluebird 3800 over there. And here we go. Again, there's our ward. You can't make it out that well, but it looks like there's another one over here. It looks like these Carpenters are on early 90s Chevy bodies. There's a Crown right there. And that's pretty much all we can make out. Otherwise, just more CEs, Shorty Bluebird, and nothing else too interesting. Alright, so there we go. There's a look at HEB ISD. And let me just tell you, those wards are amazing. I really wish that they weren't priced so high, because that would be a fun bus to own. I'm a little disappointed that we couldn't find more stuff similar to that older ward from the 80s, but this district seems to have kept stuff in good condition for quite some time, so I would love to dive more into their history, just look around and see if I can find anything else, because I'm sure that this lot has a really interesting history to it. Just a reminder, if you do have any links that you want to submit for bus stuff for sale or lots of lots, throw it in the video request form in the description. The more interesting it is, the more likely I will to feature it. Alright, and with that, we'll end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always appreciate it. Make sure that you subscribe down below. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, I don't care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or districts are just going to get rid of all their older stuff sooner so that we don't have anything interesting to look at. And make sure you also share this video with a friend, show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't let anything happen to you. So yeah guys, that'll do it for this video, and thanks for watching.